Every single day of my life is miserable. I've been trapped within these four walls. During that time, I have not stood, not one time. All I can do is eat and sleep. And every night, I fall asleep thinking that I'm not going to wake up.
Dr. Now is a patient man because the patient whose story we're taking you through today was a nightmare to watch. Meet Milla Clark, a 47-year-old woman from Tennessee who weighs 751 pounds. And the worst part is that she doesn't seem to realize how dangerous that is.
It's such a humiliating place to be as a parent, but I have no choice. My husband has medical issues of his own, so he can't do it. My youngest one, Joshua, is 10, and he's too little to help out. He's not strong enough to hold me. So my three middle children, Hannah and Caleb, who are 15, and Jacob, who is 16, have to clean me everywhere.
Someone give this lady the worst mother award because the way she uses her children to get through everyday needs to be illegal.
I'm depressed, like real depressed that she can't get out of bed. And I do have a lot of responsibility. Sometimes I feel like it's too much, but I love my mom to the tip of the world and back.
Okay, we got 5 more minutes. I feel like I am robbing my children of their childhood. This shouldn't be how my children have to start their day. Bus will be here in 10 minutes. Esau.
I'm the person that takes care of everyone in the house, you know. I'm the oldest son.
Milla claims that she hates depending on her children for the smallest of things, but the truth is that she is just used to a life where everyone around her is responsible for her, because that leaves Milla with only one job, eating.
Bring me a plate and my oranges out of the refrigerator. I'm not a mom to them right now. I'm just a burden. And I know I'm doing this to them because I won't stop eating. I told all of them I'm sorry that I let myself get into this situation, but I don't even know how to stop eating.
Milla's children have to spend their entire day taking care of their sick parents, and you can clearly see that they have been forced to grow up way before they're supposed to. From doing chores to bathing their mom, they have to do everything, which affects their own lives.
I was about 3 years old when the other kids started calling me fat, and I started to realize just how big I was. I didn't even associate food with my weight in. I was too young to understand that fully. But my father was never around when I was young. So I only had my mother and my sisters. And my mom never really knew how to tell us she loved us. She never said it, she never hugged me or kissed me. But what she would do is feed us.
You'd think someone like Milla, who has been through a rough childhood, would make sure her children didn't have to go through the same thing, but that doesn't seem to matter.
Giving us food was the only way my mother knew to show her love for us. And if we didn't take that food, my mother saw it as a rejection. But my sister was small, and she could not finish her plate, and I would sneak and help her with her plate. But at the same time, food was my mother's love to me. So I just ate everything I was given.
Milla has used her childhood trauma to justify how she behaves as an adult, and honestly, enough is enough at this point.
I do sometimes blame myself for Milla being the way she is. But at the time, I thought it was fine that she ate that much. Because when I was coming up, it was like we had a ton of food all the time.
So I kept gaining, and I just kept getting bigger. When I graduated high school, I was pushing 350, and they did not have a gown to fit me. I was so embarrassed.
We're not denying that she hasn't had her fair share of struggles, but the fact that she is so oblivious to everyone's concerns about her health is actually maddening.
I was so in love with Elroy, I forgot I was fat for a minute. And soon after we got married, we had our first child, Esau. It was a dream come true because I have always wanted kids. I wanted to have a big family with as many kids as possible. But after having Esau, I was getting close to 500 pounds, and I was just too heavy to have another child. So we had to adopt. There were children from homes of drug-addicted parents, and my heart broke for them.
Milla's eating habits have not only affected her life, they have affected everyone around her. But that doesn't matter to Milla, because the only thing she cares about losing is food.
But when I was 40, I started to develop lipedema, and it made it very difficult to get up and do anything. As it got bigger and bigger, it became this huge weight, and it just held me down. All I know is I'm too big to get up anymore.
But she loves her children, which is why it's so hard for her to put them through all of this just because she can't give up eating.
So I'm trapped here, and I can't go anywhere. So most of everything around this house falls on my children. They have to do everything because Elroy started to have health issues a couple of years ago, and he's gotten worse. But he can get around with his walker still, but he mostly has to be in his wheelchair.
I have a lot of health issues going on myself. I'm in end-stage renal failure, and I have congestive heart failure. It's took a toll, so I need to take care of myself.
Her children know that the kind of life they live is not normal, but with both parents being so sick, they have no choice but to do whatever is asked of them. Somebody call social services here, please.
They have to run all the errands and do everything. You can get a 12-pack of the peach sodas. 2 12-packs will be fine. Ice cream bars, please. I feel bad, but at the same time, someone has to do it.
I do mostly all the grocery shopping now. Just my dad can't walk in stores. I don't usually see my friends grocery shop unless they're with their parents. They don't do it by themselves. Let's go to Candy. We don't want to bring my mom some of the stuff that she asked us to bring her, but we have to.
Why? Because Milla emotionally manipulates her children into enabling her eating addiction.
Oh, how y'all eating chocolate and get off of me, Annie? When I want them to bring me something I crave, I know that that's what's keeping me in this bed and from being their mom.
What did you eat today?
Once I start into a bag of junk food, there is no stopping. When I'm eating what I crave, it is such an incredible feeling. And I'm happy. But then I start to come down from it. And I come back to reality and need the kids to help me again. I got a pig in.
She doesn't even care that her children might end up developing the same unhealthy eating habits as her, because that would require Milla to do some introspection and stop depending on food to get through the day.
But everything has to be brought to me.
Can't blame the kids for obeying Milla.
The macaroni and cheese. Go boil the noodles.
So she said do it, so you're obligated to do it. You know, we bring her the food because we love her, but I know we're harming her. So basically I kind of blame myself.
Green beans not as good. Macaroni and cheese is good. I don't think I cooked enough though, but
I love Milla a hell of a lot. Over to death, which is basically what I'm doing.
And when Milla does find the energy to step up and act like a mom, the only way she knows how to show love is by cooking the unhealthiest meals imaginable.
Esau, will you pick this piece up for me? Why?
Cause you already know, Mom. Why do you do that?
Go and pick up my pizza right now.
I think I'll let you know.
No, right now. Go get the pizza right now. Oh. And I know every time I take a bite of food, it's getting me that much closer to death. And that's my nightmare right now. That I'm gonna go to sleep and not wake up.
So her children have no choice but to develop unhealthy eating habits. That's just what life has been like for them.
If she ever passed away, she wants me to take care of the kids. None of us wants to lose our parents, and it really hurts to know that they don't get the help they will pass, and we don't want to lose them.
I think she's trying to kill herself with food, and I'm worried that she's not going to make it.
And they might not admit it, but they hate living a life where they have to be responsible for whatever happens to their mom just because she puts food over everything else.
Today, me and my whole family are packing up to move to Texas. There's a doctor there who has agreed to see me. So my entire family is coming with me. My husband, my 5 children, and my son's girlfriend. You ready for this move?
I guess so.
Yes, it's trash.
I'm scared about this trip down because I know it's not going to be easy. Milla hasn't been out of that bed in 2.5 years, so riding in a car is going to be tough on her.
Eventually, Milla finally realizes that it's time to own up to her choices. She knows she has to take real accountability, so she makes a huge decision to move to Texas and join Dr. Now's diet program.
Everyone is putting their lives on hold just so I'll have this chance. And I'm not taking that for granted. But I know this isn't going to be easy for us to do.
Ready over, I guess? Yep. Okay. We got you, okay?
I get it.
Good job, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
A lot is riding on this move, and it's not going to be easy. Traveling such a long distance is brutal on her body, and the toll it takes is extreme.
My leg! Sorry, that hurt my baby. Did I hurt you? Oh my God. I hurt my baby's leg. Did I hurt you, Mommy? I'm sorry, baby. Just tell me, is it better? Is it? Hold on, I'm gonna get over. What if I had hurt you?
I can't believe we were just almost in an accident. I thought I hurt my child. I was truly scared.
The drive has barely started, and she's already struggling to keep going. She wants to give up, turn back, and return to the comfort of her old life. But she knows that's not an option anymore.
We're expecting Mila's arrival right now. It's very dangerous for a patient her size to travel down without any medical supervision. So we want to get her in immediately and see if she's okay. How is your ability to move around or stand up or do things?
I'm not able to stand at all, doctor.
All right, so we need to get you out of here, and let me go make arrangement for that, okay?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
You doing okay?
I'm just so grateful and embarrassed. Grateful, embarrassed, whatever. I'm just happy to be here. Thank you.
Tell me what sort of care you're getting at home.
I've been in the bed 2 years and 4 months. And my children, they really take care of me.
By the time she finally reaches Houston, Milla is completely drained. Dr. Now wastes no time getting her checked out to make sure that the long trip hasn't caused any serious damage to her body.
And we need to get her weight going in the right direction before we try to do surgery and remove her lymphedema. We're going to put you on high protein, high fiber diet with the calorie control. There'll be no extra food anybody bring in for you, the family and all that, okay?
If they brought it, I wouldn't eat it. I'm ready.
Okay, we'll see if we can get you situated and do some testing on you, see what's going on, okay?
Once the tests are done, it's time for the hard conversation. Dr. Now dives into Milla's eating habits, and what he finds out, it's alarming. The sheer amount of food she's consuming is actively killing her.
I've been in the hospital on this controlled diet for a couple of weeks now.
This is good.
At first, the cravings were pretty overwhelming, but I didn't have any options but to eat what they gave me. And now, I'm getting used to it.
It's a harsh reality, but one she desperately needs to hear. Dr. Now lays it all out. If she doesn't make serious changes now, her time is running out. And for the first time in a long time, it really sinks in.
I know I have a long ways to go. But for the first time in my life, I'm losing weight, and it feels really good.
2 weeks into her hospital stay, Milla is losing weight after a long, long time. But that's because she's forced to stick to Dr. Now's diet. With no access to junk food and zero room for excuses, she has no other choice.
This past month, we have been able to get Mila's weight going in the right direction with a controlled diet. Let's check your weight.
Okay.
She's lost around 50 pounds. Okay, you're down to 700. That's a good progress since you first started. But I want her to lose another 50 pounds before I feel she's ready for lymphedema removal surgery.
But she still has a long way to go.
I want you to lose another 50 pounds over the next couple months. It will show me that you and your family are ready to make the changes you need to get weight loss surgery once we get you up and walking. If Mila goes home and we don't do anything to help change the dynamic, then they're going to fall back into their old habits. If the family doesn't understand how to start helping her by saying no, then Mila is going to start gaining again at home. If that happens, it's not going to be long before her heart or her body just gives out.
Now, making progress in a controlled environment is one thing. The real challenge comes when she's back home, where she is tempted to give in to her cravings all the time.
I've lost 50 pounds, and the doctor's sending me home to lose the next 50 pounds on my own. And I know this is going to be the real test for me. I've had my kids bring me whatever I want, and that puts them in a difficult position. So the doctor wants my children to hear from the nutritionist before he lets me go home. He wants them to understand healthy eating and what they should and shouldn't give me, so that we can work together as a team.
I see your wonderful family's here.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to be her support system behind all this, right? Because the more support that she's got, the better off she's going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we've got you on is the high protein, low carb, no fruit juice diet. You want to build your meals around your protein. Eat the protein first, then go for those veggies.
But Dr. Now wants Milla to turn her life around completely. This isn't about just food. It's about a total mindset change that not only Milla has to accomplish, but her family has to do as well.
It's going to be an incredible journey, but it's going to be kind of tough.
But if I'm going to be able to do this, I have to have their strength and support.
What are you wanting to do this for?
So I can become independent and take care of myself, and you all will not have to do it anymore.
Okay, and that's what y'all want too, right? This is her chance, right?
Before heading home, Milla and her family sit down for a session with the dietitian, who doesn't hold back and tells her kids what is okay for their mom to eat. There's no wiggle room, no more excuses. It's time to fully commit.
This past month has been hard, but I've stayed with my diet and what I should be eating. I have had a little hunger, but I'm looking at hunger pains as melting off the fat.
Caleb, Hannah, Jacob, it's time to eat.
It's been hard for the kids to adapt to a healthier diet. They're still eating a lot of fried foods and carbs. So the rule is they can have it as long as it doesn't come in my room.
I'm very proud of her for what she has accomplished, and she's showing all of us that she can eat like she's supposed to and not snack.
I have one more month before I go back to the doctor and see my progress. So I'm pushing myself and doing everything I have to lose another 50 pounds and get this surgery to help. The kids have been taking turns doing physical therapy with me. Okay.
Since Mom has been home from the hospital, we help her work out every day.
Back home, Milla is doing everything she can to stick to Dr. Now's diet, even though breaking free from her food addiction is easily the hardest thing she's ever done. But while she's putting in the work, her kids aren't really following the diet she is, which tends to take a toll on Milla at times.
Just having them here to encourage me and help push me, there's no greater motivation than that.
I'm impressed because she's been doing her exercise every day. This is a good change for our family.
You push it with all your weight. You don't let me push you at all. Okay, y'all ready? This is literally my last chance, so nothing is gonna stop me from getting surgery and getting up out of this bed.
Still, despite their struggles, they're proud of their mom. Watching her take control of her life, day by day, is something they've never seen before, and it gives them hope for what's ahead.
I've been home for 2 months trying to make the progress the doctor wanted so I can get my lymphedema removed. And I have no idea how much progress I've made.
How are you feeling?
I feel like I've made a lot, but without a scale to know, I'm just not sure. I have to get this surgery. So I'm scared about what the scale is going to say.
Fast forward 2 months, and it's time for Milla to return to Houston for her next weigh-in. The nerves are real. She has no idea what the scale is going to say.
I'm really nervous right now. Dr. Now sent me home to lose another 50 pounds on my own and get below 650. If I've done it, I get my lymphedema removed. If I haven't lost enough, then I don't know what's going to happen. Without that surgery, I can't get out of this bed. So everything's riding on this right now.
So you sticking to your diet?
I sure did.
Any difficulty for your family not to bring you a lot of high-calorie food?
No, I did what I was supposed to do. I'm just ready to take that off, I hope.
Well, let's see how much you weigh now.
But she knows one thing. If she hasn't lost enough weight for surgery, she may never get another chance to live a normal life.
644, so you lost about 60 pounds. Okay, that's good. Milla has done well. She lost the weight she needed. So this time I'm going to approve her for lymphedema surgery. Removing this mass is going to be a huge change for Milla. It's what kept her immobile for almost 3 years now. With it removed, she'll be able to finally try to stand again. But she has a lot to do to rehabilitate her leg.
Okay.
I'll see you for your surgery soon.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
You ready, son? I'm very excited to have my lymphedema removed. I've had it for 10 years.
Then comes the moment of truth, and Milla has outdone herself. Not only has she hit her goal, but she's lost even more than expected. Dr. Now is genuinely impressed with how far she's come, and in a huge milestone, he officially approves her for the lymphedema removal.
Today we're doing lymphedema removal on Milla. The mass on her leg is extremely heavy, and it's been like an anchor preventing her from getting up and walking around. So this removal today is going to be the most significant step in regaining her mobility and allowing her to get to a place where she's ready for weight loss surgery.
For Milla, this moment is everything. She's come so far from where she started, and this win is exactly what she needs to keep pushing, because now she finally believes she can.
Today we're doing lymphedema removal on Milla. The mass on her leg is extremely heavy, and it's been like an anchor preventing her from getting up and walking around. So this removal today is going to be the most significant step in regaining her mobility and allowing her to get to a place where she's ready for weight loss surgery.
In the 5th month, Milla is at the hospital. She is ready to finally get the surgery she knows is going to change her life. But that doesn't make the process any less nerve-wracking for her and Dr. Now both.
We have to be very careful today. Removing a mass like this can be very dangerous. There'll be lots of fluid and hundreds of blood vessels that we have to tie out. If we miss even one, she can bleed out.
I'm kind of nervous, and then I'm excited that she's going to let Medivh cut off so she can have her life back.
Because of how much stress Milla's body has been through in the last couple of years, Dr. Now heads into the surgery with serious caution. Anything can go wrong here.
This kind of operation, unfortunately, take a long time to heal, and she hasn't walked for several years. She has lost a lot of muscle strength in her lower body. We need to do physical therapy to get her strength up, and this will be painful for her, but she's going to have to get up and out of her bed if she wants weight loss surgery.
Thankfully, though, everything goes well, and Milla is 34 pounds lighter after the procedure, which is pretty great progress. But now is the time for Milla to keep the momentum going.
I've been working as hard as I can these past couple of months to build up my leg strength. It was really rough right after surgery. But after a couple of weeks, the pain started going away, and I could start to try and move my leg again. So this is the day the doctor wants me to try and stand up. But I'm scared I'm not going to be able to do it. I want so badly to get out this bed, but it's been years since I used my legs.
There you go, girl. There you go. There you go, girl.
Let's see if I can stand by myself now.
All right.
Now, this is where the trouble starts. Milla remains in the hospital throughout her recovery, fighting through every painful step. And while she is determined to get back on her feet, the recovery has not been as easy as she had hoped.
I made it. Okay.
All right.
It's hard not to be frustrated and disappointed in myself right now.
Bye-bye.
I know I have to get out of this bed, especially if I want to get my life back.
Some days, Milla actually loses all hope of ever getting better and living a normal life. And there are days when she goes down a dark spiral where she stops seeing the meaning or value of all the progress she has made with her weight.
The doctor said he was happy to see me making some progress, but that I still have to push myself to get up out of my bed.
You might walk out the closet, Caleb.
But no matter how bad I want this or how hard I push myself, I get to the edge of the bed and I think I can't do this. I get scared that my legs are still too weak and that I'm gonna fall. I don't know what's holding me back. So the doctor said he's sending a therapist to try and help me get past this.
Still, she refuses to quit. She keeps pushing, putting in the work, and eventually, she's recovered enough for the doctor to send her home. But despite all the effort, there's one heartbreaking truth. Milla still hasn't been able to stand up. And now she's left wondering, is this a physical limitation, or is something deeper holding her back?
Dr. Nazardi has brought me back to the hospital to try and stand here. He says from now on, I'm only getting my weight checked on a regular scale and not a bed scale. If I want to chart my progress, I have to get up and put my weight on my legs for at least a month.
What I'm going to do is going to bring the scale here and some help and see if we can get you up.
Okay.
All right.
Every time I fail, it's such a defeat. And it's so hard to experience that over and over.
And things don't get easier going ahead. The next month, Milla is back in the hospital. Despite her best efforts, she still hasn't been able to get up from her bed. And Dr. Now decides it's time to take matters into his own hands.
I'm okay. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Milla is really trying and putting forth a lot of effort. And has been exercising to the point that her legs are strong enough to stand. But when she has to put weight on her leg, she just can't get herself to do it. Milla, here's what we're going to do. The plan will be that we get you going home, and we're going to send EMT to your home every day for the next month and see if we can get you up in a wheelchair and every day go outside, okay?
Seeing the struggle firsthand, he realizes that Milla isn't making excuses this time around. She's giving it everything she has.
The next time we try to get out of the bed, it will be a year since we started this journey. If she won't be able to stand then, we won't be able to do much for her. This is the last chance we're giving her to do this.
But no matter how hard she tries, her body just isn't ready yet. The reality is harsh. Until she loses more weight, her feet won't be able to support her. And if that doesn't change soon, it might never happen.
Are you on there?
Yeah, I'm on the chair. Thank you.
See?
Yeah. I can't believe I'm in the wheelchair. I've been in the wheelchair in years.
It's been so long since I've just been able to go outside.
Because you already know.
I like seeing my mom up like this. It gives me hope.
Feels good. I know it feels good. It does. It really
you good?
Just to sit and feel the sun and the fresh air and just enjoy this moment with my kids is so, so wonderful.
Give me the ball.
You sure you can throw?
You sure you can catch? Okay, I see you.
I've forgotten what it was like.
By month 11, Dr. Now takes a different approach. He arranges for EMS to visit Milla every single day for a month to help her get into a wheelchair and spend time outside.
I don't care if it nearly kills me. I'm putting my weight on my own 2 legs finally. Being outside, tasting the life I've been missing has been such an eye-opening experience for me.
Yeah, bring this scale in.
I'm not missing another day. My past is not going to dictate my future anymore.
All right.
Hi.
Whenever you're ready, just like we practiced, okay?
I'm scared. I'm getting scared now.
Don't get scared now. We got you.
1, 2, 3. I'm doing a little.
Just straighten up.
Being cooped up in her room all day isn't doing her any favors, and he hopes that a change of scenery will help her mentally as much as physically. Then comes the final month of her journey. Milla is back in the hospital, facing the same challenge that has held her back for so long, getting up from the bed. But this time, she is determined to make it happen.
That's very good.
Let me go. I got it. I got it.
Okay, you're down to 600 pounds. Good work.
Okay.
This is very good.
Okay.
It's been 12 months and Milla is finally able to put weight on her legs. And so I'm going to approve her for weight loss surgery and schedule her for next month.
And you have to commend Mila for her willpower and for how long she has come since the beginning. After everything she's been through, she finally pushes past the barrier that has kept her down for so long. Dr. Now sees the progress, and for the first time, the hope feels real.
Now that you can stand up, we're going to approve you for your weight loss surgery.
I'm so happy. I'm really ready. You will not be disappointed. I'm not going to be disappointed. Thank you.
All right, I'll see you later.
I'm really excited to tell my family that I'm getting the bypass soon because this is something we did together.
Milla still has a long way to go, but she's no longer stuck in the same place. She's moving forward. From here on out, she only plans on getting better.